Hey guys, Jan Taylor here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about collaboration spaces in Viva Sales. Now, you were probably already familiar with the integration that we have with Dynamics 365 and Microsoft Teams. Now, this is going to make this a lot easier because we can now utilize sales templates when we are creating a team for an account or for a deal. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. So here we are in Outlook for the web, and as you can see, I have an email message open already from Faith, and I'm going to access Viva Sales by clicking on this Viva Sales icon. And as you can see here, we now have a section that says collaborate in teams, and that's where we're going to be able to set up these teams very quickly by utilizing these sales templates. And there's currently actually two different templates that is going to be available through this. One is the account team, and you can kind of see that over here. This is going to allow me to set up an account team by using the account team template. Now, the other sales template is called a deal room, and as you probably already expected, this is related to an opportunity or related to a deal in Dynamics 365. Now, the way that this works is I can just go ahead and set up my account team first, right? All I have to do is just click this button here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then you can see that the system is going to set up that team for this particular account record, right? So you can see here, this channel is going to include the Viva Sales app, so we can view, edit, and post about CRM data. Also, a dedicated OneNote, and then also files with starter folders so we can stay organized. And then we can also chat with colleagues and customers to stay connected. Now it's asking us, do we want to set up this channel by creating a new team, or do we already have an existing team for this? Now I'm going to create a new team from scratch. So I'm just going to click here on create new team, and now it's going to ask me, okay, well, do you want this team to be private or do you want it to be public? So this is really following those rules that we have in Teams, right? If you want it to be private, you can then make sure that it's not visible to everybody, and you can add your team members to that. Now I'm going to actually make this a public team since this is all about collaboration, right? So, and then I'm going to click next, and what you'll see here is, right, you can add some colleagues to the team. Now I'm just adding myself here, but you can also see that it says here now that there's going to be a share channel that's going to be set up as well. And what happens with the shared channels is that you can actually invite your customers, so external users, to that channel as well, and you can communicate with them through that channel. You obviously have to make sure that people have access to that shared channel, and you have to do some stuff in Microsoft Teams to make sure that you can actually invite these external team users as well. So keep that in mind, right? That it's not just, oh, it's all working. There's some additional stuff you have to do here as well. So from here, I'm going to click on Create Team, and that's exactly what it's going to do right now. It's, as you can see, it's checking the connections, it's setting up that team for my account records, and look at that. It is now available for me to open this in Teams. So let's take a look here. I'm actually going to use the web app instead. And what you'll notice now is that the team site is being opened. Right here you can see the Bemke Inc. That was the account in Dynamics 365. it's showing me this welcome message, right? The team setup is the final stretch. You can also see that we have a files tab up top. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, right? How the system is using a template to set up some of those folders. And you'll see that in a second. I'm going to come back to this because apparently it's not ready yet. If you click on notes here, this is just this is the notes tab, so you're going to be able to take notes here. I'm going to just continue on when this is still going. When I click here on dynamics, this is just showing you the dynamics record embedded here in this general channel here in the Bemke Inc. Team, right? That's related to that account. So you're going to see the account here for Bemke Inc. directly here inside Microsoft Teams. And here it is. We were able to do this before as well, but now it's already done. I don't have to go back and manually add this particular record here to my general tab. So that's kind of nice. And then you can also see here CRM OneNote. So this is that one notebook that is now available directly here in the general channel as well. Let's go back here to files to see if those files are set up. Yeah, so that's done as well. Again, coming from that template, right? So we have CRM related files, financials, planning, presentation, and here again, you can see that OneNote notebook directly here in this list of files as well. All right, so that was how we can set up very quickly that account team. And you also see here that this is that channel where you can then invite your customers so that you can communicate with them through this particular channel. You also have files in here as well, right? So this is really information you want to share with your customer through this customer channel that you have over here. Okay, so now we are back here in, I'm just going to hit the back button here. We're back here in Outlook on the web. And again, we still have the Viva Sales app open here, the side pane open. So now what I wanted to do is show you how we can set up a deal room. So we just did the account, right? The account team that you can see over here. I can access that directly by clicking on this, but we have not yet set up a deal room. Now, I do want to mention that it's actually recommended when you are creating those deal rooms to tie that to the account team if you have an account team for that particular opportunity, right? So what I just showed you is that I created that account team first. So now I'm going to create a deal room and then I'm going to connect it to that Bemke Inc. Team that I just created in there, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and hover here next to this opportunity. I'm going to click on Set Up Deal Room. And again, it's giving me some information, right? What is going to be included in the channel. And then again, it's asking me, do you want to use an existing team or do you want to create a new team? Now, it's interesting to know that what I just said, right? We want to connect this to the account team. So what the difference is here between setting up an account, right? An account collaboration site versus a deal room is that the deal room is going to be a channel and not necessarily a team, right? You could create a team for it, but again, it is recommended, as you can see here as well, to actually keep them together with that account team that's already been created. So here you can kind of see, right? I have other teams here. Where do you want to add this channel for the deal room? So I want to connect that to that Bemke Inc. team that I already created previously. I'm going to click on Next. And then again, right, I can just go ahead and say, we're going to name this exactly the same, this channel, as the opportunity in Dynamics 365. We can add a share channel for that as well. You can say, I don't want to do that. And then you can see here again, right, do we want to make that standard or private? So I'm going to click now Set Up Team. And again, it's now creating in this particular case, not a team because we already had a team, but it's now creating that channel related to that account team that I created previously. So let's take a look at that. So here you see that we are still in the same team, that BEMCA account team that we created already. And if I click here on the sales opportunity channel, right, you can see here, welcome to your deal room channel. There's some starter folders that we're going to have here, just like you saw earlier when we created the BEMCA Inc. account team. If I click on files, this is probably still going. Oh, it's already there. So CRM related files, key customer contacts, etc. If I go to Dynamics, this is going to be my opportunity already pinned here, so I don't have to do that manually. I can take some notes here in my notes section. Let's just give it a second here, or let's just first go to CRM OneNote. This is, again, right, that one notebook in this particular case related to BEMCA and the D365 sales opportunity. Let's go back to notes here and see if it actually, it's still kind of loading here. Let's just give it a second, right? So I can start to put those notes in here as well. All right, one last thing I wanted to show you. Let's go to our CRM system, Dynamics 365 in this particular example. Right, we are here on the BEMCA Inc. account, and you can see here when I opened up Teams that I have access to that channel also from Dynamics 365, right? So this is again the channel that we created in Viva Sales, so you can access that from here as well. The other thing that I thought was kind of interesting and kind of exciting as well, if you click here on files, you're going to be able to see the same files that were just created when we created that BEMCA Inc. Team and that channel. You're going to be able to see them directly here within Dynamics 365 as well, obviously. And then let's go ahead and take a look at that opportunity that we were talking about, earlier, and we created a deal room for that. So let's go ahead, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and open the opportunity, click edit here, and then again, right, you're going to see that channel that is connected to this opportunity, right? This is that deal room that we just set up. And then if I click on files, again, you're going to be able to see all of those folders that were already created for me because I'm using that template. And again, also I have access to my notebook directly from within here as well. All right, so a few more things that you want to keep in mind regarding licensing. So according to Microsoft's documentation, you'll need a Microsoft 365 E3 or E5 license. And then of course, you'll also need a CRM license, right? Either to Dynamics 365 or to Salesforce. And then lastly, of course, the Viva Sales add-in needs to be installed as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss another video again. Thanks for watching. Until next time.